Good Tuesday evening. Today is day 2 of what I truly believe is going to be our second heat wave of the year. Just a refresher for you guys on a not so refreshing day that in order to have an official heat wave in this part of the country, we need 3 straight days of 90-degree highs or above. We clearly hit 90 on Monday, and today we have officially new information here gotten up to 97 as the high at TF Green. Tomorrow is the big question mark, but I think it's an easy answer. Yeah, I think we're going to hit 90 or higher as our highs tomorrow. We'll get into that in just a second, but let's start with satellite and radar here, showing you basically a whole lot of nothing. There's some clouds as we look out toward the Atlantic and as we look off to the west, but there's really nothing too active or overly exciting in our forecast, and that is once again because high pressure is the dominant force of this forecast. It's centered in the upper atmosphere and it's digging its heels in before it leaves us later in the week. That's been what's building the heat, it's been what's building the humidity, and it's been what's causing that air quality alert for parts of South County, Newport County, Bristol County, Massachusetts, from the Cape and the islands, as well as the air sinks. Keep that in mind again if you're heading out the door and you are a little sensitive when the air quality is poor. Now, in terms of the temperatures, it's still 95 in Providence. It's still hot, you guys. It's still 92 in Smithfield, 86 for Newport and for Westerly, and 89 as we head to New Bedford. But those feels like temperatures are still brutal. Heat indices largely in the 90s and even some still in the triple digits. So keep that in mind if you had any plans after work. I would still keep those plans indoors. Wait until closer to sundown to really do anything outside, like take the dog for a walk. Just a reminder, by the way, test the pavement with the back of your hand. If you can hold it to the pavement for 10 seconds without getting uncomfortable, then your dog's fine. Now, as we move into tonight, temperatures fall back down to around 70 degrees, give or take a number or two on either side of 70. We're going to keep that in mind for tomorrow morning. It's still going to be warm. It's still going to be sticky. And then it's going to be downright hot tomorrow afternoon once again. It's the final day of the heat with temperatures largely in the upper 80s, low 90s for the coast and low to mid 90s as you head inland. And we are looking out for a couple of storms tomorrow as well. More on that in just a second, but let's get through the temperatures first. Those feels like temperatures are still going to be largely in the 90s and even the triple digits tomorrow. So even though the temperatures aren't as bad as today, it's all relative, right? It's still way hotter than it should be this time of year. Now, again, the heat and humidity come into play as ingredients when a cold front, the catalyst, the chef, if you will, comes through and mixes it all together. This could lead to a couple of showers, even a thunderstorm or two as we get into tomorrow evening. So be weather aware as you're heading out of work tomorrow, 6, 7, 8 o'clock. We're looking at that potential for a storm or two to pop up along this front as it starts to move closer. That could lead to some gusty winds, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning as well. So while it's not like a deluge, a washout for everyone here on the screen, we want to make sure that you're staying weather aware for that storm potential. Now, the front that drives those thunderstorms, it doesn't want to move very fast. It kind of lingers a little bit too long, and that's going to lead to more rounds of showers more so as we look to our Thursday and Friday. Thursday, it's going to be rounds of showers leading into showers and periods of rain, some heavier at times as we get into Thursday night and Friday morning. Then Friday, that lingers throughout not just the morning, but I think the early afternoon at this point as well, tapering off as we get to the late afternoon and early evening and then into Saturday. So if you have plans, maybe you're going to the Feast in New Bedford, maybe you're going to the Charlestown Seafood Festival, Friday's going to be a little bit squirrely, especially in the morning. Saturday and Sunday will be absolutely stunning. It's going to be beautiful and sunny. Humidity lowers out. Temperatures in the 70s on Saturday, a little cooler by the water, and then we warm up a bit on Sunday back to the 80s, which is where we should be this time of year. We should be around 84 degrees for the average high in Providence specifically, a little bit cooler toward the coast. So here's the 7-day forecast. Again, we end up with a couple of iffy days between Wednesday, Thursday, and early Friday, leading into a magnificent weekend. I really hope you have some outdoor plans. If not, there's plenty to do around southern New England, so I'm sure you won't have trouble making them.